One of Korea's largest labor groups staged a mass rally in central Seoul today in an attempt to pressure the Moon Jae-in government to keep its election pledges on labor reform, including a rise in the minimum wage. Some say, though, action by labor groups is premature. Myung-kil reports.
Tens of thousands of protesters from the Korean Confederation of Trade Unions marched through Gwanghwamun Square in downtown Seoul on Friday, calling for a raise in the minimum wage and better working conditions for irregular workers. Both public and private sector irregular workers participated in the rally. Their occupations ranged from school staff to caregivers and cleaners, but their demands were the same. These demands included shifting irregular workers onto the permanent payroll, increasing the minimum hourly wage to 10,000 won or nearly $9, and shortening the country's maximum working hours from 68 to 52 hours per week. Korea has one of the highest rates of temporary employment in the OECD, with 1 in 3 workers employed on temporary or part-time contracts, and receiving much lower incomes than regular workers. Unions are hopeful that the Moon administration will make changes to the labor laws, reversing some of the business-focused policies of the past 2 conservative administrations. However, there is also criticism that labor unions' strike is ill-timed and premature, as talks to set next year's minimum wage are already underway, and given that the government is working to deliver on its promises. The government has signaled its willingness to closely communicate with the labor circles, but the reform path may not be easy as the government faces resistance from business lobby groups worried about higher labor costs. The all-out strike will continue until July 8th. Myung-kil, Arirang News.